until you lost somebody, truly lost someone. Oh yeah. You don't know until you're part of something you believe is true. Oh yeah. Caught in the rush of this town, caught in a conversation, almost forgot the tunes we played. Yeah, you were the steady rock when I was going in circles. You had so much to give, so you did. How am I holding on when your hands are gone? You don't know until you lost somebody, truly lost someone. Oh yeah. You don't know until you're part of something you believe is true. Oh yeah. We're all break one by one, mayflies in the fading sun. Another time, another space, intertwined yesterdays. You don't know until you lost somebody, truly lost someone. Oh yeah. You don't know until you're part of something you believe is true. Oh yeah. You don't know, you don't know. You don't know, you don't know. Till you lost somebody. Just an aimless phase, every day unseen, hiding in the shadows of a world so mean. A forgotten soul, living in a world so cold. A silent scream from a story untold. In the quiet of the night, you're walking through the shadows of a world forgotten. to crack the pavement, dandelion screw. Like a vow from a world that wouldn't let us down. On an empty schoolyard, the summer was new. We talked about bands and ways to leave this town. We laughed and lied, debated and confided. Tried to fake it to get by.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Waseca County. Let me get one more little click here. There we go. Yeah. I'm having some steering wheel issues today. For some reason the force feedback is turned on. It shouldn't be. But yeah, welcome back to Waseca County, everybody. As you can see, I'm mowing the current field here. Yeah, it's harvest stage 3 of 4. Let me forgot I needed to shut a door. So yeah, we did a little modification last night. At the end of the stream, we sat there and got rid of all the trees that are here, and all the way up to the point of the little natural spring coming out of the ground here. We are going to merge these two fields together. You know, we're just gonna go straight across right there, kind of straight across right there. I think it's time to finally do the merge. I've been thinking about it for a while, and we got our sawmills going. We need to return that sometime here soon. But yeah, we got our canola planted here. We'll have to bring the planter back over and replant these fields when we're done. But we got a little bit of baling to do first. A little bit of mowing. And for now, I'm going to stick to controller. I'm not too worried about the straw swath that I'm dropping. We do have to come back and ted all of this grass anyway. And we got plenty of grass over in our storage. Or hay, yeah. You know what I meant. We got a busy month ahead of us coming up in October. It's our bean harvest time. And we're gonna do something that I have been putting off for quite a while, you know. We're gonna work on upgrading our combine situation. Good morning, Patrick Mills. Welcome in. had to take a look to make sure my mic was unmuted, and it is. Just one little strip here, and off to the left. Alright, let's grab our tedder. We're going to leave these mowers out because we will need them here in 20-ish minutes. Not yet. I'm not too worried about it. And I'm going to do a quick little thing here because I need this tractor. I know. They are. Every single one of them are. Time to grab the baler and let's see if we can find that windrower that somebody put over here. There it is. Oh, oh yeah, Tedder. Excuse me. So no field detected. I mean, I guess we'll do it ourselves. It's strange that this one said no field detected when I know it's a field. Okay, yeah, just making sure it was planted to canola. Because I did have an issue yesterday where the game kicked me out, so just had to make sure. I think a lot of it is if you get an implement that's too wide for some areas, like, you know, right here, it's not going to work properly. And I need to roll that field as well, so it's no big deal. You decided to do Alma, Missouri. Yep, GPS. So yeah, we'll just manually get this one done. Just takes a minute. And then we'll send it over to that field over there as I do the tedding and baling stuff. Should work over there. Had to get it off of that song. I need to make a playlist. But we'll get there. Yep, it is a very good map. Hey, thanks for the assist. I don't know if that was an assist necessarily, but we'll treat it as such. Yep, I just wanted to make sure I had the farm set up here for multiplayer. Which it is, so we are good to go. Move the mic a little closer. Alright. And that's the last of that. Darn power poles. Yeah, we've got 3 big fields of beans to harvest here as soon as we go into the month of October. And a half a field of corn. Okay, what do you do with my baler? I know I got a baler around here somewhere. It's not in there. It's a little nose heavy. It's a good thing I got front wheel assist. All right, see you, Patrick. Have a good day. Morning, Stain. Welcome in. Oh my god, what the bloody... Boy, it'd be nice if my helpers told me that I was out of twine and stuff like that. This is ridiculous. Of course, I think this is the first time I've actually had to reload it, so... couple of little patches here. Okay. And yeah, we're just gonna leave this guy right here for now. Okay, do we need to plow the grass field? That's what I want to know. We do not. Okay. That works for me, so... Andrew, welcome in. And yes, I do have this opened up as multiplayer. It's going to be a console, or excuse me, PC only. We're going to create fields. Excuse me, everybody. See if we can get this edge a little better over here. And we'll expand this field up just a little bit. Okay. I am pretty happy with that. So let's come down here. And yeah, I know my canola's getting destroyed here, but you know, it's the price we pay for when we redo our fields. Okay. Nacho, welcome in. Okay, let's grab the smoothing tool here. And we'll zoom in a little bit. I kind of want to leave this area right here in its natural state, so I'm trying not to hit that. Okay, that should be good. And I am gonna take out a little bit right there. There we go. I think I like that. Not entirely unhappy with it. And I've got a little corner right up here that I need to take care of. Coming up in 2, 1, taken care of. Okay, let's go grab the cedar. We'll get this taken care of. I don't know why the traffic's stopping. My vehicle's not that wide. I didn't see lights on the bus either, so I didn't have to stop for them. I am going to roll it, so we'll just shove those little rocks back down. Oops, sorry, International. Okay, that should be enough fertilizer for what we need. Get this field planted directly. That next season I need to get a bigger seeder. When I was planting just 2 small fields of grain, this thing worked pretty well, but it's time for an upgrade. Definitely time for an upgrade on this guy. I just had to do a double take as I was like, am I on canola? Well, yes. Yes, I am. It's going pretty good there, Stain. How's your morning? How's everybody else's morning, for that matter? I think I'm going to run out of fertilizer, so I'll have to buy a pallet. Mine is fantastic. Some yummy coffee and breakfast. Yep, Nacho Cast. Modding Fallout 4. You're speaking, both of you guys are speaking to me, you know. Here's my coffee. And I have been thinking long and hard about starting up a new play series back on Fallout 4. Time to give that map a revisit. Or game, I should say. It's been over a year since I was last in it. And if I had a capture card for my computer, I would light up the old game save on the Xbox. No, I didn't want you to do that. I wanted to lower the cedar. And, come on. Crying out loud. Okay, let's go ahead and buy 2 pallets of Fertilizer. I'm excited. Pain in the butt to roll back to pre-next gen and mod the heck out of it so that it looks next gen, but totally worth the 100 hours of work. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the last time I played, it was they came out with, it was before the next gen update, so I'm sure the mods I have are no longer usable, but it's been a year, so we'll see if the modders updated them. I've played thousands of hours on the Xbox 360 and Xbox One without mods. So to see the beautification come in when I went to PC, it was like, oh my god. I would have to go back in. I would have to find my Xboxes because I just moved, so they're in storage currently. And I would need to fire them up to see how many hours I have on those. I think when I built my PC, that you know, the dirty Bethesda guy I am, you know, I didn't pirate any of that stuff. When I changed systems, I rebought the game and, you know, the associated DLCs with it. So yeah, I'm a dirty Bethesda shill, but I know I've got, I mean, just since starting FarmSim, I've got 2,600 hours plus on this game alone since its release. So yeah, I know I have, between all of my systems, well over 5,000 hours. Todd Howard fanboy. Yeah, put me in that list there, Nacho. You know, I've got 1,000 hours on Starfield if anybody wants to compare with that. Totally disappointed with the Shattered Space DLC. God, I loved it, but I hated it. It was new weapons are always amazing. Seeing a new planet that wasn't on the system before, if I remember correctly. A new group of antagonists, you know, things like that. It was great. But the storyline, it It was half-heartedly written. It wasn't hastily, half-hearted. And, you know, Shattered Space has been out for a year, so I guess I am going to do a spoiler here. When you unintentionally build a character that is part of the Serpent's Embrace group, and they have a follower that is part of Serpent's Embrace, and neither one of you can get through the fact that you're Serpent's Embrace when you meet them for the first time, and you have to go through that whole entire ritual to, you know, purify your body or whatever it was. It's like you should have been able to skip that, and you should have a lot of different dialogue because you are part of the Serpent Embrace and your family coming home, you know? And then the ending. Yeah, I was extremely disappointed with Shattered Space. Extremely disappointed. Yeah, the base game itself, I ranked a 7 out of 10, Nacho. It was good. It needed some work. It really did. The ship customization, I don't know if you've played No Man's Sky at all, but they did a 100, not 100%, a 1000% knockoff in No Man's Sky of the ship building for the Corvette class, as they call it, in their game. And it looks exactly like Starfield. So, you know, when another company takes a shipbuilding function that you do and totally rips it off, I mean, I love No Man's Sky. I've got, you know, 1,000 hours in that game as well. So Bethesda did something right with Starfield. I mean, to have that ship customization was great. I loved it. The base game was good. The storyline wasn't the best. Let's put it that way. It definitely wasn't the best. It was good. The NPCs, oh my god. Not the followers, not Sarah or Andrasia or, you know, any of the other ones. Yeah, we use this new face recognition modeling software, and atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. And the daily restart of the headphones. So yeah, there was a lot of work, but in all, the base game, you know, the you had the main storyline, and then you had 4 faction storylines to go with it. You know, the Freestar Collective was very good. The Crimson Fleet, amazing. I loved it, although it seemed like they forced that one too much, in my opinion, for the way you had to do that one. Freestar Collective, Crimson, the Ryusian group was pretty good. You know, the espionage, sneaking, all that type of stuff. And then what was the 4th one? Oh, the Vanguard quest line. That one was really good. So I mean, when the faction quest lines were better written than the main story quest line, they did something wrong, you know. The Mantis mission that you do to get a very cool ship, and of course you got to upgrade it because you know it's been out of commission for technically, you know, like 100 years, you know, 40 years, whatever the time frame was. Cool ship, I love it. The armor definitely needed a little bit of work. I loved how it looked totally different than anything else that you would see out there. To be able to get a good armor at level 5 when you go through a level 30 dungeon, you know? So that could really boost you up. But to be honest, I never really used the ship or the armor. I mean, every playthrough I went through, I did the Mantis mission because they always gave it to you. I did it just more for the guns than anything, just so I can get the credits to do my spending habit. The Terramorphs, oh my god, those things were a pain in the butt. Yeah, Outpost. I did the Outpost stuff. I did, you know, it was the first game that I actually did the achievement hunting on it. So I did all of the achievements I could, and then when Shattered Space came out, I didn't even touch them. So to do the outpost building stuff, yeah, it was good. 5 out of 10. Definitely no Fallout 4 for its settlement building. You couldn't level the ground. So anything that you put down had to kind of flow with the terrain, which sucked. What else? All of your stuff was locked behind having to actually do the building settlements, which I didn't like. You had to do settlement stuff in order to gain more settlement stuff, and I didn't care for that. The mining of materials, okay, that was pretty cool. My Mantis didn't have any original parts when I got done rebuilding it, just had all the buffs. Yep. I think the only thing I would keep on that was generally the cockpit. Whenever I rebuilt the Mantis. So yeah, the outpost, the crafting system was cool, and again, to gain more recipes, it was locked behind all the crafting stuff. So yeah, I did all of the achievements through all the crafting of all the stuff. Shipbuilding, I love the shipbuilding. I built a gigantic semi, of course, you know. Who's not a space trucker? And it was not glitched. It wasn't, you know, doing any of the glitches or the mods where you can have, you know, infinite reactors and things like that. I didn't do any of that. Let's go over here. Let's grab this guy. So yeah, I love the game. I mean, I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with Elder Scrolls 6 when it comes out. You know, but at the same time, you know, kind of like my Vikings, I'm psyching myself up for disappointment. The Vikings, I know they're going to disappoint me. So it's inevitable. It's like, okay, yeah, root for the team, and yeah, we suck again. Yeah, no matter how much I did shipbuilding in Starfield, I always ended up with a Delta style aircraft. I think I may need to even change my mower situation here because this is ridiculous. Yeah, you can just fall over. Okay, so we got our fields of canola. Canola. I wish I could get rid of this fence that's right there. Because then field 8, 6, and 5 would be a perfect opportunity to take out this entire tree grove right here and just have the massive field, you know. Battlestar Galactica. Matsy, I love your map, but make it so that we can remove fences. Because I would love to combine, open up the fence here, you know, and get rid of this and make one gigantic field here. Anyway, just to make sure everything's good to go. Yep. Good, green, happy, excellent. Whatever happened there, I don't, you know, we'll figure that out later. Okay. So let's go ahead and collect that guy. Collect that guy. No more contracts, which is good. Let's go to the month of October. Oh, I need to shut this guy off. Okay, I don't like the motorbike at the front house. It's not even my bike. I bought it for somebody. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to go into Starfield and take some pictures of my ships. Okay, let's go ahead and sleep. You are getting very sleepy. That's why you need to drink coffee. Okay, what do we got in the sale menu here? Yeah, I don't need the front wrapper. I don't need a grime. I don't need that. I've already got one of those that's better. Speaking of that, I thought I sent the sample in for analysis. Let's grab the machine. Okay, there we go. Sample sent in for analysis. All right, let's take you when I'm calling you. Let's put you back where I need you. I need you. So we'll throw you down there. Sure. Okay, so. And I need to do another soil analysis because of that. I'll work on that later. It's not going to hurt nothing. Growth, we got our canola field, or soybean fields. We got our 3 grass fields. We got to finish up the corn. We got a whole bunch of contracts. 2 cotton picking time. More stone picking. Okay, so yeah, we'll get those done today or off screen or sometime. However, Mr. 7150, we're not going to sell you. We're going to keep you. But we are going to do an upgrade here. I'm just taking a look at all the different ones that I got. They're all 10,570, 13.5, 14 to 1 million. $10 to 10,500. Yeah, that's the one we got. We could go AF11. $14. I'm surprised that we can't extend the length of the auger pipe. And our header choice is kind of limited as well because of that. So, $775 horsepower, long pipe, 20,000 liter capacity. And really no design change for the tires. Let's go ahead and lease this bad boy. And then just make sure soybeans, sorghum, It's a 19.2 meter. Yes, we want the transport wheels. Yes, we want case. Let's kind of flip-flop the color scheme a little bit. I want to see what it does with the yellow. Where'd the yellow show up at? Yellow doesn't. So that is just weird. Anyway, we'll do the MacDon gray for that. Have no idea where that design color goes. But anyway, let's go ahead and we'll buy this guy. And then we'll go... Good morning, Miss Lisa. Welcome in. Yeah, we got to go monster size for this as well. We can keep it Garinghoff red. We'll buy this guy as well. And I forgot to change my location to over here somewhere. But nevertheless, let's go to the do equipment. And then we'll start the beans. And do a little skid row action. Morning, Cajun. Welcome in. Hey, there's a mailbox there. Awesome. Alright, this is going to be fun. I haven't used a header this big in forever. Never. And then okay. Yeah, they did. Yeah, it's a wee bit foggy today in the old neighborhood. That's why in that area over there, Cajun, where I got the case, I'm going through and actively cleaning that area up. Trying to get rid of all the dead trees over there. And I need to check on something here. There we go. Yeah, this is the first year that I want to say I didn't have a tornado get anywhere close to my farm, and only just a little bit of hail damage. Yeah, the fog is a bit on the pea soup side. Not that I didn't mind my Axial Flow 7150, but yeah, this is definitely a much better machine. I believe it's my Discord there, Nacho. Yeah, I unmuted the voice for, or the not the voice, the audio for that. Let me go ahead and mute it again, because I didn't know if anybody was joining the voice. Yeah, I keep forgetting to do that. making sure my puppers was behind me, laying down on the floor. That looks like somebody ran through it with a motorcycle. Gee, I wonder who that was. Not me, because I've only ridden a motorcycle once in game, and that was to do a map look through. And I understand the concept of the motorcycles, but I'm on a farm. Give me a truck that's actually going to work. The motorcycles are more of a novelty concept just to get it, play around with. That's just my opinion. And we're going to do one more pass on this southern side. Just so that we got plenty of room here for our trucks and stuff. If there was ever a YOLO moment, this is what. This is one of those moments. Okay, back on the farm, we need another tractor and our grain cart. It's going to be a lot of straw. My baler is going to be very happy picking that up. I mean, it's like chest high. Anyway. Oh, gosh darn it. Hit the wrong series of buttons. Good coffee. So, who here has seen the trailer for, and we're kind of changing up the genre of games a little bit, Forza Horizon 6? I know a racing genre is totally different than a farming genre for games. Or, Fallout 4. But just the brief trailer that I saw for that, I mean, I'm kind of excited for that game to come out. I played a crap ton of Horizon 2. And then when I heard Horizon 5 was launching, I had a Game Pass at the time on my Xbox, and I played a bunch of Horizon 4. Just to get used to the genre, because I know they did a lot of changes between 2 and 4. 2 was all about racing the different circuits, and it was the same circuits that you could re-race as a rally or street race or whatever. 4, they actually changed things up a lot. And then I really like the storyline for 5. Going and finding the different little hidden treasures, so to speak. Going to different points and taking photographs, all that stuff. That was pretty cool until they really got into the seasons portion of it. Because what was it, like every month they were coming out with a different season, a different set of challenges, and I got absolutely disgusted when they had the donut crew come out, you know, in the game, and you buy this car and then you upgrade this car a little bit and then you do a race and you upgrade it a little bit more and you do a race, and it's like, we've been doing this for an entire year inside the game. Why is it any different than... Oh, I just will unload while I'm here. Why would the donut crew make it any different? You know? See, that's when I really got turned off, because, yeah, it was kind of all repetitive. You buy a certain car, you upgrade it, but to have them tell you in their story, okay, now you gotta upgrade it to this point, and then you gotta spend this much money, or, you know, whatever, you gotta put this upgrade on it. It's like, oh my god, guys, come on, we've been doing this for how long in the game already? And that's when I let my Microsoft Game Pass expire. Hence the reason why I'm a very big person when it comes to, I actually want to own the games. I don't want to pay a subscription. Oh yeah, you get to, you know, play these hundreds or thousands of different games. It's like, well, I only want this game. Why do I need a subscription when I can just buy it? Yeah, the trailer that they had for it just went back through all the different festivals. So starting at Forza Horizon 1, wherever that one was located at. Oh, that one was Colorado. So they just showed the bracelets for it and a couple of the cars. And then they it's almost like you were taking a tour of their garage. And then they went to 2 and pictures of Italy and the Mediterranean coastline, and then to 3, which was the outback, you know, New Zealand, or, you know, somewhere in Australia, wherever that one was located at. And then 4 was in Europe, or in England, not Europe, England. And then 5 was back on the North American soil down in Mexico. Which was, I really enjoyed the Mexico map. So it'll be interesting to see what they do for 6 when it hits Japan. I would think there's going to be a lot of street racing and mountain drifting in that series. I don't know what they would have for countryside, but, you know, only time will tell. I was chatting with the map maker of Waseca County here 2 weeks ago or so. he was doing a live stream, and I was listening and watching. He was playing, doing his own thing on. I can't remember if it was Waseca or if he was on Judith Plains or something. I forget what it was. And in the conversation with him, he mentioned that he was working on another map update that unfortunately would require another game save. It's like, gosh darn it. Only because I think one of the changes that he's doing... I better unload. Keep forgetting about that. I got trailers here. Let's do it. He's introducing alfalfa onto the map. And, not getting into details with him on what the changes was going to be. I think the fences may be removable. That's just my thoughts. Because I think that's like the only game asset that is not removable is the fences. And a lot of people have asked him about that. Even I have asked him about that. Because I like the fact that the fence is there, but that little field is just, I would like to remove the fence so that I can incorporate that field into the main, this one, Kind of like how I incorporated 5 and 6 together by taking out the tree grove, 12 and 8 would be great to put together along with, these 4 fields would be just amazing to have as one gigantic field. They're amazing having separate fields, don't get me wrong. But it'd be nice to... Some people like combining fields, I like merging fields together from time to time. So yeah, when that update, and he said it wouldn't be for several months, so I'm thinking end of the year, maybe January time frame. I mean, hell, we got 5 years on this map, so this is one of the mainstays. And being 5 years in and still not done with what all I want to do is actually pretty nice. Still need to build up my cattle industry on the other part of the farm. Okay, we'll get this last strip done, unload again into the semi-trailer, and then we'll come up here and get this soybean field. And then we got the big one, field 20. Because this one was 12 acres, this one's 11. Yeah. And this one's, 36. So yeah, 3 times the size when I get to that field over there. Then I got corn harvest to do, and we got a bunch of contracts we'll do offline. And then when I'm done with the gameplay today, here in 2 hours, I got to get prepared for my Dungeons and Dragon game. I've got a map I need to tape together, and I got to find all of my tools to do it. And I can't find any of them since the move. AKA my scissors and tape. All right. Then maybe one day I'll actually upgrade my trailer situation for the semi. I need to check on my cattle too. Forgot about that since they're no longer on the farm. Sheep barn? What sheep barn do I own? Cow. What? Oh. Oh, it was part of... Huh. I don't ever remember buying this property. Because that should be part of 9. But it's not. Okay, so it is part of 11. But it doesn't show it. Okay, that's strange, I guess. Might have been part of this farm here. Yeah, okay, that... Alright, that makes sense now. When I bought this one... last Sunday... It came with the sheep barn. Okay. But anyway, we wanted to look at the cows. We got 7,000 liters of TMR there. We got 50. Okay, we're good on TMR. So that's the main thing. Would I put any cows down here? Probably not. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway. All right, Miss Lisa, we will see you later. Thank you for joining us as always. Rabbit Trail is now back on track here. And then maybe we'll actually go through and combine field 15 and 12 together. Or 8, 12, and 15. Make one gigantic field sometime. That would be cool. I think I can combine those 3 together. Yeah, because that's just a dirt road coming up there. There's no fence line here. Yeah. I could combine these 3 together. Oh, that would be amazing. Because that's 14.65 plus 11.4. So that's 26 acres. 36, 38, yeah, 39-ish acres of field. And then maybe cut this off here and plant that area to trees. That way GPS will work on my 50 meters stuff. What do I have that's 50 meters? My roller. Yeah, because there's the fence line right there blocking those 2 fields from merging together. But I like having these at, 12-acre fields separated because it just works out well for them. Even though I tend to plant the same crop in them over and over. Because whenever I plant field 12, 15 goes to the same crop. So next season, these 2 will be corn. That one's will be soybeans. This one's soybeans, so it'll change to something different for the next season. I'll buy this field sometime. So yeah, these 2 generally pair up for corn or soybeans. Still got to finish that cornfield up there. I harvested half of it last month for making silage. And I found out that the silage clamp that I put down tends to leak. There's lots of cracks in it. So we had a lot of spillage. So next season, when I empty out the pit for all the silage, I'll have to go through and replace that clamp. Because I don't like it spilling out of the walls. Yeah, look at all those nice clean soybeans. Yep, next season we'll have to upgrade the auger cart. Alright. Where do I want to go with my soybeans? Let's take them back to the farm for now. And we're definitely, yeah, we got a lot of upgrades to do. You know, this semi was part of the map. I don't mind using it. It's a bit underpowered, even though it sounds like a beast when the Jake brake turns on. The trailer, part of the map as well. But we're kind of at the point where we need a second semi setup anyway. Let's wake the neighbors. Always remember to unroll your tarp when unloading. You don't want the vacuum that the escaping grain will create to tear your tarp. Press the go fast button. Good morning, Don Reaper. Welcome in. That's not the go fast button, darn it. Let's turn some lights on. Not that it makes a difference. Hold on, everybody. My dog wants to leave the room. I'll be right back. I think he wants to see his partner in crime. She might be up. Yeah, I generally start around 7 a.m. my time. The beeping you may or may not be hearing in the background is my mother-in-law's pill container. And I took my dog out before I started the stream today, so should be good until for 4 hours. He wasn't pestering my arm saying, hey, look at me, I need to do something. Yeah, I don't know why you were thinking 9 a.m. there, Mr. Don. Let me see if I can do something here. Nope, can't take any more loans. Darn it. I'll just have to sell some silage when it... Well, I've got 2 million liters, so I can sell plenty of silage. Anything in the market? Nope. What truck would we get? We might get the W900B. But I'm not going to worry about that right now because I got a lot of fog and don't know where the end of the field is. Yeah, one thing about Waseca County, it's almost like, from what I've heard about New Frontier, the open world map where you can do whatever, build wherever you want. You know, of course you got to own the property, but that map I hear has got a lot of fog on it as well. Let's back this up because I think I missed some. What is my yield bonus here? Yeah, we're doing really good, 123%. Yeah, this yield is really good. Yep, and I've seen fog like this in real life, so it doesn't surprise me. At least the fog does burn off, 10, 11 o'clock. So it's not like from what I've heard about New Frontier, where it actually stays until like afternoon. When I get to the end here, I've got to step away for 30 seconds. So hold tight, everybody. Alright, I'll be right back, everybody. Hold tight. All right. I'm not going to make it back. But I should be close enough to where I can just go and unload in my auger cart. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Yep, definitely need to upgrade the auger cart, the semi, but that'll be next season. That's a definitely over the winter next season task. Anyway, I was looking at semis. Yeah, W900 with 1,050 horsepower would be pretty cool. I'll definitely pull some stuff. I may need to take a look at the mods to see if there's any new semis out there that are more of the American style. Not that I'm against the Volvo, H16s or whatever they are. Grab the right thing here. FH16, yeah. They're just not. They're more of European style, and I'd rather use these on European maps. Even this Volvo. I wish you could upgrade the engine on it a little bit. We can take off the arrows. We can take off. The Mac, they're a great truck, but a little underpowered for my opinion. So that's kind of why I like these. Yeah, tow hitch on this guy. Let's go back to the game. Because, yeah, we're almost at the end of the field. We're almost done with this field. So we got 2 out of 3 done for the soybeans. Yeah, we're just kind of daydreaming right now. I like the Kenworths, the TLH Phoenix. It's a good one, but it's still one of those that's like, Good grief. Super long. triple. Yeah, the all-in configuration. The Warrior Plus, I mean, the Plus Plus. I'm not that big of a fan of the copper tone on that. Or brushed brass, bronze finish, whatever. Alright. Another little strip and a half to do, and should be good to go. Yeah, let's turn off the lights. I think that'll be a little better. It was over blinding the or oversaturating. Come on, get spun over here. There we go. Hey, we can actually see. Okay, we could actually see. Now we're back in the fog.
Next time you get up, you want to put those pills back up for me? Okay, thank you.
Let's get this over to the edge of the field here. Field. Go on to field number 3. I think we may change it up though and actually go work on our cornfield. Not that I don't want to get all the beans done, but you know, I got a half a field of corn that I want to play with as well for with the new header that we got. So we'll go to the farm, we'll grab the header, which is going to be interesting. Getting it down the road. I mean, I could take the back way to that cornfield but I want to get my header trailer over to the other farm so that we're prepared for the soybeans when we're done with the corn. Shoo. Suppose we'll turn some blinkies on. Not that it matters because we can't see anything anyway. Okay, I guess I'll let you through because I'm not going to be able to make that turn with you there. Okay. Let's try this again and wait for the inevitable ramming by a fast car. Well, Wolf got in trouble, and Daddy got hurt. Bigger decision than trying to take off on a loose, rocky downslope would be a good idea. Now I have a very sore knee cap and palm joint. Ooh. Yeah, ouch. Yeah, farm number 2. This corn header, holy buckets, we need a weight on the back of the combine. Did you see this thing bouncing? Yeah. Let's hit the brakes again. Watch the back tires. Yeah, they get a little air. It's a little breezy underneath those tires. All right, let's go into town, or up to the town. See if we can get there without skidding off the road. Because we hit a bump and we lose steering. Woohoo! Yeah, I know about the sore kneecap issue and, you know, hurt palms because, yeah. Okay, let's get off the road, let the bus go by. The wheels on the combine bounce, bounce, bounce. And then we lose the steering. But we need to send a tractor up here with the stone picker and do that field. That's an off-stream moment. Let's go ahead and enter our new field right here. Boingy, boingy, boingy. And we'll unfold that guy. And unfold this guy. That's yeah, that's a big boy. Yeah, I just took a closer look and I seem to be a few skin layers shorter than when we started the walk. Yeah, that's a definite ouch. Definitely an ouch. And we're gonna get some corn straw up here as well. Kept hearing thwap, 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 thwap. Yeah, I'll bring the tractor and grain cart up this direction. Since, you know, my two fields are, you know, side by side there, technically. And, I mean, it doesn't matter what side I actually do here. Let's just take this all the way down. Mr. Eugene Kleiss, Brunswick, etc., etc., etc. Good morning. How are you doing today, everybody? I am doing good tonight. I subscribed to your channel, gave you a thumbs up today. Thank you very much. Mr. Eugene with the very consistent messages every chance he gets to come into our stream. We're glad you're doing good there, Eugene. We're doing good ourselves. What kind of yield bonus are we getting? Oh yeah, this field, yeah. Since we bought it already planted, it's horrible yield bonus. Horrible. 68%. Why do I think I was gonna be expecting better yield bonus? I couldn't tell if that was Mama in the background or Dogtail going full wagon. It was both. It was caveat. It wasn't Mama. It was mother-in-law in the background. And he was doing all he can to really enjoy the petting she was giving. So yeah, stark difference between the silage harvesting on the left and the corn header. Stark difference, like double, because the chaff harvesting is at 9.2 meters and this header is 18. All right. So that'd be that there. And I want to check something out. Let's go to, and I just thought of this for some strange reason. ESPN. Okay, so now we got to get relined up on something here. Yeah, the missus is currently out of town at the moment. Won't be back until sometime this coming week. So it's just technically me and him. I mean, and my mother-in-law does do some basic care of Titan, but she is not in the capable mindset or physical embodiment to take him out for walks to do his business. So yeah, it's me having to leave work or calling up my son-in-law to come up here and take him outside for his duties if I'm not around and if he's available, you know. Corn's doing a little too much zigzagging. Maybe we should go with the rows and not against them. Now we're getting somewhere on the filling up the hopper. You know, 17,000 liters. Definitely won't be able to make it to the end. Let's see. I'm not sure where the other... There it is. And it's full. Alright, let's do this. Hence the reason why I would love... Hey, there's a fence there. Hence the reason why I would love to have the fence gone. And wherever my silo is, right there. This tractor is missing some ponies, I think. Talk about a struggle bus. Holy buckets. Let's drive over top of some weeds to get rid of them. So yeah, if we were to increase our grain capacity for our wagon, we got that one right there. Oh, that's right. We got the single tire. If we put twins on it, then we lose capacity. We could put tracks on it and get the full 41,000. Hello, FarmSimFreak. Welcome in. But I think I would like to, you know, upgrade to like this Elmer's Hallmaster. Currently, that's 46,000. I mean, doing that would be pretty cool. Or maybe going all the way up to the 70,000 liter. I think that would be pretty cool. But I don't have the 184,000 to do that right now. And I don't want to do these style because that's more for, you know, your root vegetables and silage. The Brant auger from Free Content Update. Yep. Yep. I would love to have that, you know, and we could, you know, go Colossus, but I'm not doing that. But I don't currently have that pack installed. The reason being is some of the people that I play with that come in here for multiplayer from time to time did not purchase the year one content, so they don't have those packs available. So, hence the reason why on this map I do not have that Brandt auger cart, the 2500, I think is what it's called, available for use. And that is the only reason, because I'm being respectful for those individuals and not having to buy the year one content. But when things go according to my game plan on this map, there will be a mod or two that they're going to have to download from third-party sites, and I will definitely make sure that they have access to those, like the butcher shops. This map has always been under the intention of going beef cattle industry. I do have some dairy cattle on here as well. But I do want to make sure if they have access to those, and yeah, they are free, so it's no big deal to do that. But for them to go to a third-party website to download those mods, you know, I generally make sure that I supply them, and I'll put them in the Discord saying, okay, here's the mods needed for Waseca County as far as, you know, third-party downloads. Alright, let's go to the semi here, and let's get this over to the farm and unloaded. That, and when I do upgrade to the larger grain cart, I definitely have to upgrade my tractor situation. I mean, let's just go here. If I go to my vehicles, go to my case, 9380. This one definitely has the horsepower for doing it, 600 horsepower. But the thing I have the issue with is the 19 miles an hour. I love the tractor. It does a lot of work on my farm. It does a lot of plowing. But if I do upgrade, because I think it was this one I bought. No, this one here. If I do upgrade, it's probably going to be the Stagger 715. And this one's only got the 1 horsepower. This one here, we can upgrade engines on it to 692. It's still a crawler track, which, you know, is not bad. PTO on the back along with 3-point, just weights in the front. This one is more for the heavy duty field work. I have to update so many mods. Didn't you update the last time, or what are you doing there, Don? You trying to join the multiplayer here? This one here, we could go with the 9390 synchro shift. I would have to throw the twin wheels on it. I don't like the lizard farming ones. Those wheels look weird. Front weights, yeah, we gotta max out the front weight. We gotta put a beacon on it, monitor, quick hitch. Yeah, we gotta do 3-point and PTO. That doesn't matter, it's more for aesthetics. Speed again, 19 miles an hour. I don't want that. this, you know, the Unreal Turbo 1341 horsepower, I just have never been a fan of that. So yeah, it'll probably be the this guy here where we can actually put the Azaria Pro for when if we pull some big style planters. So I need some money. But yeah, in my opinion, for the way I play, I don't upgrade everything all at once for equipment. I do slow, methodical things. I only updated for Walker as I don't remember what all mods are in it, so I didn't touch anything else. Just in case of breaking anything for me to join. Yeah, it's understandable there, Don. The only mods I have yet to update on my computer for, you know, the 800 plus mods I have downloaded are 2 maps. So everything is really should be really good, so go ahead and I would Grizzly tends to make sure that everything's always updated, so should be good to go. But back to what I was saying about doing upgrades on the farm, I tend to do it kind of methodical. Like this season, I leased the harvester but bought the 2 headers. I try to do it kind of incremental steps, you know. If I'm going to be doing something heavily, I want to do one thing and upgrade that if I have the money. And then, you know, the next time around I'll upgrade something else associated with that that'll work for other things. Like, it'd be nice to buy another semi-trailer and semi. And then with that, you know, the next upgrade for that is the grain cart, obviously. Like for the silage, I went through and upgraded all the silage equipment for doing that harvest. But that one was, you know, in the works for 2 seasons, because the season before I leased the additional equipment that I needed. The combine was one of those that kind of the last thing to upgrade. And I'm still not dead set on the AF11. I would like to try the what was it, the 9380 with the 100,000 liter capacity hopper. But we'll see. Get around the corner, cement mixer. I don't want to have to stop. Okay. Let's peel in to right here. And then I'm going to do the standard swing around like we would do in any field that we harvest. And park the semi just off the edge. Is anyone's multiplayer not working? Mine nor my friend says it can connect to the servers right now. Are you connecting to... I mean, just to show you, I'm set up for multiplayer right now. But this is also going directly to my computer. So the multiplayer is local for me. So my question is, are you on a dedicated server for your map? So there could be something wrong with that server? Or is it just the multiplayer itself, you're not able to access it? Could be something with Giants having an issue. It's hard to say. But yeah, I haven't had any notifications saying that my multiplayer is not working. When I try to start a multiplayer game, it says it can't connect to the server when the game starts to load. I'm on Xbox. Okay. Yeah, I'm on PC, so I couldn't tell you what the multiplayer situation is for consoles. It almost sounds like Giants is having issues for consoles, but then my understanding of how the multiplayer system works for this game is, you know, that much. All I know is I have a very good network connection on my side, and you know, I didn't have any issues going to the network for making a multiplayer game. So yeah, this Geringhoff corn header mod is definitely da bomb. So much nicer than you know, the base game 8-row or the 16-row. I think this one is 10 meter. I'm running 18 meter. So much nicer. That's what I was thinking too. It must be a Giant. I couldn't find anything about the servers being down. Thanks for your help. You've been more helpful than Google. Yeah. That's the only ways I know how to connect. If you're doing a dedicated server through Giants, that may be an issue. If you're doing a dedicated server through like G Portal or something, you're going direct through them and the game's loaded on the servers themselves. So I don't know if Giants has dedicated servers for the games. It's just a speculation I have. I would have to back out and actually log back into to see if there's an issue. Go get your cup of coffee as all the mods download the 3 gigs worth. Yeah, I hear you, Don. I hear you. I've been there. You know, when the last Giants update came out here, was the last week, 2 weeks ago, the 40, 50 mods I had to re-download. Update was insane. And thank you, VA Fishing, for the subscription. Very much appreciated. So right there is the perfect segue to the, if you have not subscribed yet, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel. We have a goal of 250 subs. The next big goal, I should say. We're at 158 or 59. I forget the exact total, and I don't have that number in front of me. So thank you for the subscription, and also please go ahead and like the video. That would greatly help us out as well. And just like that, my cup of coffee's gone. And since I'm here, I'm gonna go get this unloaded, because I mean we're 500 liters away from being absolutely topped out as well. That's kind of the nice thing about having a combine with the pretty much a matching capacity as your grain carts or your semi-trailers. And I'm going to get this unloaded, and I'm going to step away myself as well to take just a 2-minute little, as some people say, a biohazard break. Bag of Hammers Gaming, Hammer 51, thank you for the subscription. Very much appreciated. And while we're there, let me go into my analytics on the video. And I just want to see, it's not showing me what I want to see. Let's refresh this page. So we are at 161 subs. Thank you all for joining today. Very much appreciated. And with that, I need to step away for 2 minutes. Let me back this guy up and get it unloaded. All right, I'll be right back, everybody. Alright, let's get this thing. Yep, that Wilson trailer's almost full. We'll just park this guy right here and do a speed run. And I did not go that far away. It should not have shut off the combine. But anyway, don't have too many more passes left. We should be able to get everything into the grain cart and combine. Let's make sure we get it all. Okay, somebody's vehicle outside. All I heard was this gigantic rumbling outside of my house. I was like, what the heck's that? Yeah, somebody with a modified exhaust. Time to switch out the drinks. Why is the coffee always gone? Yep, the definite plan for next summer is to have a new harvesting machine added to the arsenal. Added to the arsenal of all case equipment. Yeah, you should have the password for the server. I think somebody's in the Discord. Hello, hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Kenru. Welcome in. No. Uh-oh. Inadvertent mouse flip.
Oh, I do not remember the password, unfortunately.
Hobby.
Hobby? Okay.
Yep. Password protected to keep the riffraff out, but easy enough that, you know, if someone was thinking, they could actually join in really quickly.
Okay, let's try without caps.
Yeah, no caps.
There we go.
Cool.
No, I come to destroy your farms.
Yep. After I just got it rebuilt, you know, fields merged, all that good stuff.
I come to run zigzags through them and
destroy all the crops.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a perfect field for you to do that, and let's go up to the map. You know, it's a big field 20. You know. That one is all soybeans and hasn't been harvested yet. That's the one that would need to be destroyed if you destroy anything. But if you're going to destroy it, use a harvester.
Oh, okay. Efficient one.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. We actually might be having an issue.
What's the issue?
55% could not connect the multiplayer game.
Yeah, something's wrong with Giants.
Oh, I must be really having some issues. After I clicked OK, it just black screened on me.
Oh no. I mean, I had an issue with Giants last night to where I had multiplayer going as well. And Grizz left the game and I was doing some things on stream still. And there was nothing labor intensive I was doing. And it just it totally knocked me out of the system. The game crashed. So I think Giants is having a few technical difficulties right now. Okay, one pass to go, and I'm just gonna park this right here. No use starting when I got, 300 liters to go. And kind of like with my tractors shutting off. Well, I mean, this one I shut off manually. But the combine itself, I don't know why it decided to just shut off when I switched to a different vehicle earlier. See? Why did it shut off? I have no idea. There was, I've got it set to where you have to manually turn the vehicles on and off.
Oh yeah, okay, I just looked it up. Farming similar outages reported in the last 24 hours starting at 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. 88 current reports of down detector. Server connection is at 96%, gameplay 3 and login 1. So 96% of all reports currently delivered to down detector is issues with connecting to server.
Yeah. So apparently no multiplayer can be done right now.
I'll give it one more shot just to see if it was a fluke.
So yeah, VA fishing, if you're still here, yeah, it's a definite Giants issue. We have confirmed. Although I do see Kenru now has joined the server, so
We'll see, because it kicked me at 55%. I'm at 44 right now. And it's hiccuping at 44. Oh, I got to 58.
woohoo.
We're getting somewhere.
Synchronizing.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
There you are.
So it might be a persistence issue.
Oh, and then I manually shut off the combine. Haha. There we go. Last pass of corn coming right up.
Yeah, I'm in.
Cool.
So yeah, it looks like a persistence issue with connectivity.
Yeah. They may be having some network issues on internal.
Yep. Yeah, the issue with connecting Flare to server, and then probably a call to the actual Flare itself again. Probably where the issue's coming from.
Yeah. Because you have to go into the giant system in order to go out back to someone's either dedicated server or PC. So.
Yep.
Cool, you made it. That's a good thing.
Yeah, you said field 20 is what you wanted?
Yes, field 20 is the last field we have to harvest for soybeans. And no, you can't have the big header.
Well, why not?
I don't think it would work too well on that little 7150. Yeah, you may be able to connect to it. You may be able to operate it. But I think your steer tires are going to be off the ground the entire time.
Player added challenge.
So you say there's a chance.
Yeah.
Challenge accepted. Alright, corn is done. Turn that off, raise that up, fold it up.
I'm just trying to remember which header is which one here.
Yeah, there's only one grain header and one corn header at the farm.
Yeah, I was wondering if it's the one I parked in front of is the one I need. It's the big black one.
Yeah, should be it.
Yeah, looks like it.
Because the big one is over at the silage farm. Oh. Let's not do that.
How did I just... What?
How would you what?
Oh yeah, that is confusing. So when it's not folded, it actually has the header on it and everything.
Yeah, the header itself has the trailer configuration.
Yeah, so when I started driving, I was seeing the neck of it scraping against the ground, and I was confused.
Oops.
I'll make sure I'm heading the right direction for one. Yes. Wait.
Apparently the cars behind me don't want to pass because I'm driving a Radix, so I guess I'll stay on the road.
Are you
Mailbox.
sure field 20? This looks like it's already been harvested.
Well, field 20 should not have been harvested. Field 19 is harvested, and that was corn. You gotta go further down the road.
Maybe that's my issue. I'm on the wrong side of the field. I was looking at what looks like stalks and a whole bunch of weeds.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a cornfield harvested for chaff. Silage.
Oh. Yeah. Dum over here was looking at the wrong freaking field.
Yeah, it happens. Oh, so you did 19 plus 1 equals 20. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Quick math.
Yeah. Don't worry, traffic. I'll be off the road here in 20 seconds. There we go. Let's do this from the inside cab view. Yeah, I know I'm close enough. I just wanted to see how it... Okay, there it goes. I just wanted to actually see where it would connect onto the harvester. But while that's doing its thing, I want to check out the silage. And looks like we're at 96% fermented. Nice. And time to go take the soybeans to the homestead. You gotta beat the Amazon delivery. Let's miss the mailbox. That corner's horrendous. I love it. Not really. At least I didn't tip the trailer.
Yet.
It took me one heck of a time last night to tip a carrot harvester. I wanted to put it to sleep and tip it on its side, and it would not stay on its side, even in a ditch. It kept uprighting itself. It's like, no, don't put me to sleep. So I ended up having to put it on its roof. Hey, at least you missed the mailbox. Yeah? Yeah? Mailboxes have a tendency to stop you in, you know, like that. And that one was intentional. And yes, for those saying, he hit the mailbox, yes, I did that to prove a point. Mailboxes don't budge. The front of the semi's still good, though, but... That's one of the things I wish they would implement in the game is actual realistic damage if you hit something like that or tip something.
You know how many vehicles on welfare we would have that would just be smoking and on fire by now?
Yeah. Yeah, for all the let's play chicken instances that we do on that map.
Or getting eaten in space.
Yeah, yeet! At least it doesn't spill the contents all over the road. Yeah, this is a very good tarp. It's secured nicely.
Very strong.
Yeah. It must be like, 3 mils thick. At least. Maybe 4. Stronger than a hefty garbage bag.
Where am I dumping this?
In something when I bring it over there. I mean, there's plenty of trailers over there, that's fine.
Yeah, I was looking at this 8-wheel trailer.
Yeah, you can put it in one of the Gentiles, that'll work just fine. Their main purpose is silage. Secondary purpose is whatever we need them for.
We'll have poopy beans.
Yeah, poopy beans. Beans, the wonderful legumes.
Not bad. Just under 15% for a full load of the harvester here.
Oh, in the trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah, they hold 71,000 liters. Which is quite an undertaking.
Need a little bit of oomph to move it.
Yeah, that's why I have 2 case magnums on the farm. Okay, park this guy right here. Yeah, why are you stopped there? We'll get this guy over and back to the farm to unload. And just to let you know, Kenru, there's about 10 more minutes left of the stream.
Okay.
So,
Well, we at least got started on this field.
yep. And that's kind of what I figured. At least get everything over there, get it started. Get the field broke open, technically.
The case eye over here is chugging a little bit on this side of the slope. Also, I love how occasionally the tires just stop rotating and
Yep.
just start skidding on the ground.
Suppose I could turn some blinks on. Hey, look at me! I'm a warning light.
I don't
And
know how fast some of those cars blast through there. You're just bracketing the target.
yeah. Blinky light. Oh yeah, that's the primary target.
Yeah. Hit between the flashing lights.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't know if you saw the start of the stream, but I ended up combining two fields for the first time on this map.
I did not. You started before I was even away.
Yeah. Yeah, the fields 5 and 6 I combined together.
Okay.
Took out a tree grove that was between them. I mean, over half of it was all damaged from tornadoes anyway, but been meaning
Oh, yeah.
to set up a lumber production over there for quite a while.
Well, I
So
see
it was
it
like-
over there.
Yep, I was like, yeah, let's go ahead and let's remove the grass field I had over there, which I harvested at the start of the stream. Got half of the bales off of there that would have been for a full harvest.
I can actually say, ever since I started playing this game, I've never actually used any of the forestry stuff other than to cut down trees. I've never actually replanted a apiary.
I have a river bend map that is dedicated to forestry and silage production.
Okay. Is it basically straightforward, plant it and let it go?
Yep, pretty much.
Or is it, okay.
Yeah, there was the two large fields in the south of the map. I forget what field numbers they are, but I went through and lined the outer edges of the fields with trees.
Okay.
Let them grow up, and you know, I did forestry, clear cutting other areas as I was doing stuff. Nope, this is just actual Riverbend. It's the base game map. I mean, it's a half-hearted forestry attempt when you don't have any true equipment for harvesting oak trees or elm trees, you know, or any of the big ones. Nothing will sit there and take out those trees, so it's all by hand. I guess we'll let the school bus go through. Nothing like getting yeeted across the map from a fast school bus.
You know, there's a slight dip in the road over here, and both that bus and the car just passed me by, and it looked like they were about to fling themselves off the culvert.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the road's not exactly straight. Ooh, look at this. This is a prime opportunity for... Ah, darn it. I thought we were going to do...
you just missed it.
I thought you were going to be able to go by the power pole there. There we go. I haven't done any true mining or forestry, you know. There's people like Oregon Tree Gaming that when you watch him in a timber machine that, you know, cutting down the, not cutting down the trees, but cutting them to length and putting them on the trailers and stuff. Oh my god, that guy is very proficient.
I actually like doing the exact same thing, cutting it to the 8-meter length, and just as it's coming out the one side, it's just landing on top of the trailer.
Yeah, but he's actually putting the stuff in the pile, and he's taking the full length trees and sorting them as he's going through, because he's got this pile for this type of tree, this pile for this type of tree, you know, and all that stuff. And it's like, good grief, that guy is good on those control sticks.
I got stuck on the swath.
Yeah, that's pretty easy to do. Okay, let's get this guy over here. So it took you 2 laps, or 2 dumps to get not all the way around the field.
Yeah, in about a half a dozen meters here, it'd be a full one, and that would have actually been my 3rd load.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna park this guy right here. Actually, I'm trying to think of what the what direction the field's gonna harvest at. I think it's east to west.
This field has a couple different ones, unfortunately.
Okay, so that part you're doing there, is that going to be an east to west or north to south?
This is going to be me switching vehicles on, actually. Let me open it up.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out where to park.
East-west.
East-west? Okay, I'll park this right here.
And once we get down to the far side, when it wraps back around, it actually goes diagonal.
Interesting.
Yeah, when I wrapped around the back side, I was looking at it going, why?
Yeah, some of the layouts for these fields are insane for how they do the stuff. But we'll get this brought over. I mean, this one shows it as all east-west. But it's also a larger header too, so that may play a little bit of a role.
Maybe. Let me open up mine. Yeah, it shows on mine all east to west as well, but when you actually get to the back side, it tries to have you run diagonal, which is confusing.
Huh.
Hi, how's it going?
Going good. I was hoping you'd be a good employee and stop without me having to tell you to stop.
I told you, I come to wreck your crop.
And wreck me in the process. Well,
Well,
I mean, the
you're
reason
in the
being
crop.
is it's 11 o'clock and it's time for the stream to end. So,
Have fun with that one.
yeah, the baler will get it.
It's picking up the tires off the back already.
It ain't the first time that's happened. I mean, kind of like over there. That pile's pretty big. It's like, you know,
Swap them together. It'll
Pocket
be fine.
high.
It'll even it out.
yeah. But anyway, thank you for joining for, you know, the half an hour or so, Kenru. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Sorry it wasn't longer. And thank you to everybody that has joined the stream today. The 2 subscriptions that we had in stream, VA Fishing and Big Bag of Hammers Gaming, Hammer 51. Thank you for the subscribes. If you have not, please make sure to hit that like button. We would greatly appreciate it. Subscribe if you feel like it. It takes just a second to do it. And with that, we'll catch you later. Bye, everybody.